Hello everybody, hope you're well. It's Paul here, and I just want to share with you a nice simple buy to let, and there it is. So for many years now we've owned that property behind us, and they don't all have to be fancy. I mean, it can just be a straightforward buy to let. Now I don't know if you can see over here, but essentially see that up and over on the train track there? I think down there you can probably see the train. So we are 2-3 minutes walk to the town centre, 2-3 minutes walk to the train station, so it's a great location. And I just want to share with you, it doesn't always have to be about advanced strategies and clever this and clever that. It can be an extremely straightforward buy to let. And this block here, they are ex-council. They don't necessarily look ex-council. And we've only got one here. We're in a place called East King Street in Helensburgh, is where I'm talking to you from. And Annika and myself bought that flat behind me, I think it was about 10 years ago, 2008. You can go and check it out if you want. It's 26A East King Street. And we paid £103,500 for it. Over the years, obviously, 10 years later or whatever, the current estimate, if you go and check it out, look at comparables, whatever, is 125,000. So it's gone up by 23,000 pounds over 10 years. And if you go check out the rent, the estimated rent, there's various sites you can use for this, but the estimated rent is between £700 and £800, so let's say £750. Now we don't actually charge that because we've got a wonderful family in there, and they've been in there forever, which is why I don't want to be too close to them. I'm trying to be discreet. I don't want to be knocking on the door and bothering my tenants, because they've got a right to quiet enjoyment of the property. And because they've been in there so long, we haven't put up the rent in forever. I'm not sure we've ever put up the rent, because we make good money out of it, and it's zero hassle. We've never had any voids. I don't know if you can see how big it is. It goes all the way there. It is big. It's 4-bedroom. So 4 bedrooms in Helensburgh for 100k, or 103,500 is what we paid for it, is very cheap. You won't get anything that size in this town for, that's the cheapest you're going to get per square foot. So no voids. We own our own lettings company, but that's kind of cheating. So if I put the figures back, so if we were charging proper market rent, I'm going to say £750. And if we didn't own a lettings company, so these are not the actual numbers, this is what we should be doing if I wasn't such a softie. Because there's a lovely lady in there with 3 children, and I want to make sure it's affordable for her, because I'm in a position where I can afford to give back now. So I think it's a nice thing to do. So we're at regular rent, £750 a month. Our mortgage is £200 and some pennies. I think it's 203. And when we bought it, we had to put down £15,000 to buy it. So the actual money that we make from it is about £300 a month, which is £3,600 a year. We've had it for 10 years, that's £36,000. So even if we only got rent, that would have paid back our deposit 2 and a bit times. So after the first 3-4 years, maybe 5 years if we round it up a bit, it didn't cost us anything, all of our money out. And since then it's carried on paying us £300 a month. So that's, we've had a good, I'd say a good comfortable £36,000 out of it. Now on top of that, if you add the capital appreciation, we don't want to sell it, there's no reason to sell it, because it's a really nice cash flowing property, and we can absolutely fill it, no problem whatsoever. You can just see through, I don't know if you can see through, yeah you can, there's a church behind me. So it's a nice place to live. You're a few minutes walk to the supermarket, you're a few minutes walk to the train station, you've got public parks for the kids, just very, very short stroll away. So the total return that we've had from this, I'm going to say, is 36,000 in rent, over and above all of our costs. So that's cash flow, not rent, sorry, so that's profit. And another £25,000. So it doesn't need to be hard. So this was just a straightforward saw it in the estate agent, bought it, put £15,000 down. Now £15,000 is kind of personal loan territory for most people, and it's made £36,000 in profit, in cash flow, and another 25 in capital appreciation. So, you know, you're looking at a total of £60,000 profit over 10 years. So if we say per year, that's £6,000, and we only had to pay £15,000. So in terms of total return, capital appreciation plus cash flow, you're probably talking about 2.5 years to get all of our money out. And since then, it's been profit, profit, profit. So that's what we've actually done. If we're going to be charging full market rent of about £800, you'd still be having £200 of mortgage. And if it was a normal property, I always suggest that you allow 25% for letting fees, for voids, repairs, you know, all of those things. So your 800 would net down to 600, take off 200 for your mortgage, and you'd be making £400 a month from an ex-council property that we've only put £15,000 down for. So what would that be in terms of a total return? The total return would then be £400 a month, which is $4,800 a year in cash flow or profit. So round that to £5,000 because I'm only cheating by 200 quid there. Times 10 years is 50,000, plus your 25 of capital appreciation, so you're £75,000, so £7,500 a year. So we are doing a little bit to give back by probably undercutting the rent by, you know, a good amount, so that people who are not as fortunate, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, they're very, very capable, hard-working people, but I just like to give back wherever I can. So there we are, straightforward buy-to-let, nothing fancy about the sourcing. It was sourced from an estate agent, £15,000 deposit, and you could do this today. You could go and do this today, and you could end up with an investment that's giving you £6,000-7,000 a year return on a straightforward buy-to-let, and it really is as easy as that. And if you're worried about things like Section 24, well, just buy it through a limited company, for goodness sake. It's so easy to make money out of property. And I'm sure you'd agree, £15,000, I mean, you might not have £15,000, but another story for another day. You can see how close we are to the train station. Here comes the train. I can hear it bang, 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 bang. Be behind me in a minute. Don't know if you can see it going past there. But it's not exactly a noisy place to live. There's 2 trains an hour from Helensburgh Central. That's Helensburgh Central Station. So there'll be 2 in and 2 out, so 4 trains an hour, and the first one is about 7 o'clock in the morning, and the last one's about 11 o'clock at night. So it really is a perfect place to live. Lots of space for your money. So if you're interested in buy-to-lets, if you're interested in the more advanced forms of property investment, and you're interested, and you've either got £15,000 or, you know, I've bought houses on credit cards. I mean, that one there, that's credit card territory, coming up with 15 grand for that, or personal loans. There's many different ways you raise that kind of money. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and I like wherever I can to give you practical, real world stuff. All right, so you've been wonderful, I've been Paul, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon about how you can simply make lots and lots of money through providing decent accommodation for hard-working folk to live in. So it's about a win-win. They win, you give them good, spacious, clean, warm property, and you make decent money. All right, you've been wonderful, I've been Paul, look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.